Hi friends, my name's Sophie and welcome to this yummy hips and hamstrings flow. This is an intermediate level flow that will be both strong and playful and stretchy. So all of those things in one. If you have blocks, have them handy. They can certainly be helpful. If you don't have them, no worries. I'm going to be showing the practice without them for those of you who don't have them. If you enjoy the class, please support my channel by commenting, liking, subscribing, and it's greatly helpful so that I can continue putting these videos out for you and so that I know you like them. All right, we're going to get started in a seated position. So you're going to sit all the way down. And well, we have two options here. You can do a Sukhasana fold. Sukhasana is just a comfortable seat. Might not be comfortable for most people, but it's where your legs are crossed, but you want to put your shin that's in front, bring it a little further forward so that the legs aren't directly like bound together, if that makes sense. Alternatively, you can do double pigeon, also known as fire log pose, where you can stack the legs on top of one another with the feet flexed. So pick one, lengthen your spine, and then walk your hands down. And I will say that the second version that I'm showing you is a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit deeper into the hips. You can let your head hang so that the back of the neck gets a nice stretch. And take this moment to recognize all that it took for you to arrive on your mat, all that it took for you to mentally prepare to be here, to roll out your mat. And now you're here, and that's a wonderful thing. Let's begin to walk the hands back up. Uncross the legs and do the other leg. So whether you're in your cross-legged fold or you have fire log pose going on, pick one and then walk your hands, lengthen, and then walk the hands down. You might not go that far. You might have your hands up here. You might still be upright, and that's fine, depending on your hips. I know there's some of you out there who've been practicing for a long time. You've done everything you can, and your hips still don't open this way, and that's just because of the structure of your bones. So nothing, doesn't have anything to do with the effort you've put in. So don't even worry about it. Just a couple more breaths here. Now let's walk the hands back up. Uncross the legs. Take your legs straight out in front of you and just give them a little shake. And then come into tabletop. From tabletop, we'll take a couple rounds of cat-cows. So let's do it together. As you inhale, drop that belly, open the chest, shoulders back, and then exhale, round your spine. We're going to turn it into circles. So go over to the right, down, open for cow, go to the left, curl as you go back up into center. Let's take 3 in each direction. Okay, once you get back to the top, you can switch directions. And come back to the top when you're done with your rounded spine. And then come back into neutral. Good, tuck your toes, lift your hips and knees for downward facing dog. Press your hips to the sky, breath in, breath out. From there, walk your feet all the way to the front of the mat. And inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Arms down by your sides. Root down through your feet. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the neck and the crown of the head. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders soften. All right. Let's get moving a bit more. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank. So we're just moving through some good old sun A's. Pause here in your plank. And let's lower it to the ground. Let's take 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up for cobra, as high or low as your heart desires. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Arms down by your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Good. This time, chaturanga if you so choose. So lower down halfway. Cobra or up dog. And downward facing dog. Breath in and breath out. Look towards the front of the mat. You can step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, stand, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. So we're really starting to get into the flow a little bit more. Arms down by your side, starting to get out of the mind, into the body. One more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Be really intentional with your movements. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in and breath out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Look forward, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Arms down by your sides. From here, we'll come to the front of the mat if you're not there already, and come into a chair pose. So bend your knees, sweep your arms up. Good, now keep your arms up, lift your heels. Now keeping your heels lifted, stand slowly all the way up. Keeping your heels lifted, fold forward. Take your time. Put the heels down, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose again, sweep the arms up. Breathe here. Lift your left heel, and then lift the whole left foot, and can you balance here? Take your arms back into airplane, keep balancing. Shifting forward a little bit. Slowly take your left leg back into warrior 3 with airplane arms. And then step back and gently into high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, open to an open arm twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. You got it. Reach your fingers apart from each other. Draw the belly in so that your core is engaged. Good. Now put your left hand onto the ground and reach your right arm up. Inhale. And on exhale, put your hands to both hands to the ground and straighten your right leg. This is where blocks can come in handy. Otherwise, your hands are just on the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Good. Now take your left foot, move it over to the right side of the mat. So it's either off of the mat or it's on the very edge of the mat. Either stay here or bend your back knee a little. Right into the outer right leg. And then re-straighten. And again, bend. Straighten. So we're trying to keep the right leg straight. If you can't keep it straight, then don't do this. Just stay where you are. Bend. And straight. Good. Now move your left foot back into regular modified pyramid. And then bend your right knee back into low lunge. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Reach the arms up. Exhale, pause here. Lift your heels up. Slowly stand all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, we're gonna fold, keeping the heels lifted. Slow. Keep breathing. Slowly come down, fingertips down. Put the heels down. Half lift. And fold. Inhale, chair. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, pause here. Lift your right heel. Lift your whole right foot. Take your arms back into airplane, so arms back behind you. Start to shift forward a bit as you take your right leg back behind you for warrior 3 with airplane arms. Low ribs draw in. Neck is long with the rest of your spine. As gently as you can, step back into a high lunge, so just tapping your foot to the ground. You reach your arms up. High lunge, inhale. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward, twist. Find your breath. The mind is steady. Inhale. And exhale, put your right hand down. Keep your left arm up. Firm your back thigh. Inhale. Exhale, put both hands down, straighten your left leg. I recommend coming up onto the fingertips if you're on your hands. If you have blocks, put your blocks under your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good, again, inhale, lift. On your exhale, bring your right foot over to the left side of the mat. So you might stay here. If you're feeling pretty limber right now, you can bend your back knee. Keep the left leg straight. And then re-straighten the back knee. So again, bend and straight. Bend and straight. That's it. Bring your right foot back over to the right. Come into a low lunge. And step to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Reach the arms up. Exhale, release your arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Now take your feet a little wider than usual. Take your peace fingers, your index and your middle finger. Grab your toes. Lengthen your spine for a flat back. And then fold from the hips. Elbows go out wide. Spread your shoulder blades wide like wings. Folding deeply in half. Lifting your tailbone to the sky. Every time you exhale, you go a little further. Good, one more breath. And place your hands right under your shoulders as you lift up halfway, so fingertips on the ground. Toe heel your feet out to the right more, or to the sides more. Turn your toes out to the sides and sit into Malasana, hands to your heart. Press your elbows into your knees. Lengthen your spine. Soften your mind. Imagine that your mind is like a closed fist and the fingers are unfurling. We don't have to hold on so tight. Good. So we're going to place the hands down. Option for crow pose, or you can just stay here in a squat and step back into your vinyasa or step back into down dog. If you're doing crow, bakasana, you put your knees into your upper arms. You look forward and you lift one foot at a time until you're balancing on your hands. Try to lift your feet up towards your butt. When you're ready, you're going to hop back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. How'd it go? Downward facing dog. However you landed is perfectly fine. Breath in, breath out, let go out of your mouth. Let's do that once more. In through the nose and out of your mouth. All right, wonderful. Let's keep it going. Let's lift the right leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Every time I do this pose, I feel like I'm unlocking something in the hip. Feels good. And then re-straighten the right leg. Inhale, square your hips. Exhale, step your foot outside of your right hand. Lizard lunge. If you've been taking my classes, you know this is my favorite. So you can put your forearms on the ground. Or if you have blocks, forearms on blocks. Or if that's not happening, stay on your hands, but keep your back knee lifted, really strong, really firm. For 3, 2. On 1, come back up onto your hands. Lower your back knee down. Lift your right arm up. Bend your back knee. If you can do it, grab onto your foot. If your foot's not there, no problem. I always say, just try it. And then if it's not there today, then put it back down and enjoy the stretch. Good. Open the chest by drawing the left shoulder back, the right shoulder back for 3, 2, and on 1, release your foot, bring your hands down to the ground. Lift your back knee. Now walk your hands over to the left. Excuse the view, excuse my butt, but lengthen your spine. And fold, Prasarita. Do whatever you want with your arms. I usually like to just let my arms hang here and just soften into what is. Maybe a little engagement of the glutes and the hamstrings. Let's lift up halfway again. Walk your hands back to the front of the mat, so you're back into a low lunge. Set your back knee down onto the ground. Good. Then reach your arms up and take an inhale. And exhale, release your hands back down, and we're going to straighten the right leg. Again, blocks can come in handy here as we go into half splits. Slide the right heel a little further forward. You don't want to be back here. You want to have a lift, a lengthen, and then a fold. So you can stay here if this feels good to you. If you need a little more, bring your hands over to the right side. Flex your right foot. Find your Ujjayi breath, if you're using that in your practice. In and out of the nose. Good, bring your hands back to frame your foot. We're gonna bend the knee back into a low lunge. Lift your back knee, plant your left hand, and reach your right arm up. From here, make your way into a side plank, so you'll roll onto the outer edge of your left foot and step your right foot on top of your left foot for a side plank. Option to lift your right leg up. Good. Now we're going to come into a one-legged plank. So if you're in a regular side plank, just lift your right leg as you come into a one-legged plank, right leg lifted. Bring your right knee to your left upper arm, and then extend your leg to the side for starfish pose. So you're going to roll onto the bottom of the left foot and lift the left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, put your left hand down. Inhale, three-legged dog, take it up and back. Bend your knee, open your hip. And the slowest you've ever gone, you're coming into a wild thing. As slow and controlled as you've ever gone. Just hover your foot off of the ground behind you, not even touching. And then set it down. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back around to three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to right wrist for pigeon. We're going to do a very active pigeon here, so just listen carefully. Keep your back toes tucked and lift your back knee. Plant your hands. Keeping your right foot down where it is, lift your right knee up and lower it down. And again, lift the knee. Use the strength of your core. Lower it down. And again, lift and lower. Now you can set your back knee down, untuck your toes. Either stay here or you can bring your hands to your heart. If it's too much torque in your low back, then just keep your hands down. You'll know. You know your body. Shoulders back and down. Option to lift your arms up. Exalted pigeon. Press down through your back foot. Lengthen out of your torso. Inhale. Exhale, put your hands down. Okay, fine. You can put your forearms down. You can lower down. Just 2 breaths here. We're not resting in pigeon. Come back up onto your hands. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and take your leg back to plank. Let's come back into plank pose. Flow through your vinyasa, so chaturanga, up dog, and let's meet down dog. Breath in, out of your mouth. Let's keep going. Lift your left leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Unlocking, unleashing the hips. Straighten your left leg out. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot outside of your left hand. Keep your back knee lifted and put your forearms down. Palms flat if you can. The neck is nice and long. Firm the back thigh as much as you can. Rise back up onto your hands. Set your back knee down. Reach your left arm up. Option to bend your back knee and grab hold of your foot for that quad stretch. It helps to let the left knee open to the left more. Try not to sink into your right shoulder. Press your hand into the ground. Lift away from the ground for 3, 2, 1. Release the foot. Put your hands down to the ground. Lift your back knee. Walk your hands over to the right side. Another wide-legged fold. Lengthen. Fold. You can grab onto your ankles if you'd like. Bring your hands under your shoulders and lift up halfway. Walk your hands over to the left into low lunge. Set your back knee down and reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, put your hands down to the ground. Straighten out your left leg for half splits. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Either stay here or lengthen your spine again and bring your hands to the left. Heart pulls through the shoulders. There's always an element of a back bend within a lot of different poses, like this one. An element of lifting the heart. Again, soften your mind, unfurl the mind and the eyebrows. And then bring your hands back to frame your foot. Bend your knee, lift your back knee into low lunge. Plant your right hand and lift your left arm up so you're twisting to your left. Now roll onto the outer edge of your right foot so you can step your left foot on top of your right for side plank. Maybe lift your left leg up for 3, 2, 1. One-legged plank. So once you come into your plank, make sure your left leg is lifted. And then bring your left knee to your right upper arm and cross it to the other side. So you're in starfish or rock star pose. Reach your right arm up, your back heel goes down. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. And as slow as you've ever gone, you're coming into wild thing with control. Foot's hovering, it's hovering, it's hovering. And then you set it down. Inhale. Exhale, bring it around. 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, pigeon, left knee to left wrist. Set the leg down. Good. Lengthen your spine. And then plant your hands. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee. Lift your left knee up towards your upper arm, and then bring it back down. And again, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Untuck your toes now. Come up onto your fingertips. Either stay here, or if you feel stable, put your hands to your heart, shoulders back. Option to extend your arms up and lift out of your body. Exalted pigeon. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Put your forearms down. 2 breaths right here. Long ones. Rise up onto your hands. Lift your back knee. Step back into plank. Meet me in down dog so we can flow through your vinyasa. And we meet there. And now cross your right ankle, actually cross your left ankle over your right thigh and walk your hands to the back of the mat. And we're gonna sit into figure 4. You can keep your fingertips down if you want and hook your left foot over your right upper arm. Or you can bring your hands to your heart. If your hands aren't already on the ground, put them there. And then we're going to cross the left foot over the right foot for a twisted fold, or a braided fold, I like to call it. Good, now lift your right leg up into standing split. I know you're on the far corner of your right mat, of the right side of the mat, it's okay. Lift your right leg up, and then lift up halfway. So now you're in warrior three, how about that? Flex your right foot, and then take your left arm up to rotate to the left for revolved warrior three. And then place your hand back down into standing split. Nice, feet together. And then just slide your feet over to the center. Yeah, walk your hands all the way back out into plank. Take your feet wide. Drop your hips for upward facing dog with your toes tucked under. You really want to firm your thighs up to the sky. And then go back to down dog. Now we'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh and walk the hands back. And sit all the way back. You can stay here, or you can bring your hands to your heart. You can maybe, if your hands are down, you could hook your toes over your upper arm. If your fingers aren't already down, put them down. And cross your right foot over your left foot for a braided fold. Really big IT band stretch. Now keep your right foot down, take your left leg back for standing split. Folding over your right leg, flexing your left foot so your legs or hips are squared. Then lift up halfway, keep your left fingertips down, reach your right arm up, revolving to the right. Inhale, exhale, put your hands down. Good. And set your left foot down and step it over to the center of the back of the mat. Walk your hands all the way out into plank. Good. Lower all the way down to the ground. Bend your knees, grab onto your feet, and lift right up into bow pose. If you'd rather just take a locust, that's fine. Kick your feet into your hands, lift for 3, 2, and 1. Release. All the way down, rest your forehead on your hands. Maybe wiggle your hips. Good. Flip right over onto your back. Nothing fancy, you're just flipping over. And once you get there, sorry, my microphone problems. Hug your knees into your chest, don't mind me. And rock side to side. And feet down, feet together, knees wide, arms overhead. Grab onto your elbows. And feel how your body has the sense of being cleansed or cleared out. I love lower body focused practices because to me it just really feels good, feels stretchy. And again, it feels like there's a sense of clearing out. Things feel lighter. And that's kind of why we do this practice, so that we can feel lighter, more easeful, and almost like we're back to our true selves. Now bring your knees back up and hug your right knee into your chest. Take a twist, bring your right knee over to the left, right arm out to the right. For the sake of time, we're moving on. Bring your right knee back in. Take your right leg long, left knee comes into the chest. And take your knee over to the right, left arm out to the left. Bring your knee back to center, hug them both in. Inhale. And exhale, release your legs down for Shavasana. We're gonna have a quick and a brief Shavasana, but knowing that, can you drop right in? can you immediately feel the sense of heaviness in the hands and the feet? A sense of dropping in. Visualize the body filled with light and rest. Begin to awaken the body by moving fingers and toes. Bend your knees and bring your knees into your chest. And then rock your way up to a seat. Let's take the arms up, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. May all beings be happy and free, and may our thoughts, actions, and words contribute in some way to that freedom and happiness. Namaste. Thank you for practicing.